How do I buy a house? Unless you have been living under a rock, ChatGPT is everything everyone has been talking about. But today I thought to myself, I wonder what ChatGPT knows about the home buying experience and how to buy a house. So let's find out. Okay, here we go. It's giving me some answers. Buying a house can be a complex process, but here are some general steps to help you get started. Okay, I love this already. 1, determine your budget. Smart. Figure out how much you can afford to spend on a house. This will depend on your income, savings, other financial obligations. A general rule of thumb is that your mortgage payment should not exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. I dig this. The best thing to do, I think, is probably figure out your budget. Now, I would go as far as saying before figuring out how much you can afford, you might want to do some reflecting on, are you in a financially ready place to buy a house? So not just like, can you pay the mortgage, but do you have the required income? Do you have the credit score? Are you going to be staying in one place for the next few years to where it even makes sense to buy a house? That's just me. But I definitely agree that determining your budget as a step 1 is pretty smart. The second suggestion that ChatGPT has is get pre-approved for a mortgage. Before you start looking for a house, it's a good idea to get pre-approved for a mortgage. This will give you a better idea of what you can afford and will make you a more competitive buyer. Yes, yes, yes. ChatGPT knows what they are talking about. You absolutely need to get pre-approved for a mortgage before you start house hunting. Of course, it's fun to sit on Zillow, scroll through houses and think about buying. But in order to know how much you can afford and show that you're a serious buyer to sellers of properties and the agent that you're working with, it is essential to get pre-approved. So I 100% agree with that. The third point, find a real estate agent. A good real estate agent can help you find houses that fit your needs. They can also help you navigate the buying process and negotiate with the seller. 100% agree with this. I will add in here, so this is a Nicole GPT note, not a ChatGPT note, is that usually if you're buying a house, also working with that real estate agent is going to come at no cost to you. Because when a seller is listing their house for sale, they are going to pay commissions to both their agent representing them and the agent that represents you, your buyer's agent. So there's literally no reason to not work with an agent when you're buying a house. 4, search for houses. Once you have a budget and a real estate agent, you can start looking for houses that meet your criteria. You can search online, visit open houses, and ask your real estate agent to show you properties. Exactly. So overall, this order here, I agree with. This is Nicole GPT approved. Make an offer is number 5. When you find a house you like, you need to make an offer to the seller. Your real estate agent can help you with this process and negotiate on your behalf. Absolutely. As real estate agents, we have access to the state contracts. So our contracts are reviewed every year by attorneys, and you don't need to feel like you need to understand all the aspects of making an offer for your first house. Your agent will definitely guide you through that process. 6, get a home inspection. Before you close on a house, you should get a home inspection to make sure there are no major issues that need to be addressed. I always advise a home inspection. If you've watched my videos before, that I believe in them thoroughly, even on a new construction home, because no home, even a brand new one, is ever going to be perfect. And then 7, close on the sale. If the inspection goes well, you can close on the sale. This involves signing a lot of paperwork and paying closing costs and other fees. So it says, keep in mind the process can vary depending on where you live, the specifics of the housing market. So it's a good idea to work closely with your real estate agent and other professionals, such as a mortgage broker and real estate attorney, to make sure everything goes smoothly. So this is, in my opinion, a pretty bare bone kind of steps to the process of buying a house. I agree with all of them, but I definitely think that there are more. Like my comprehensive steps video was 13 steps to buying a house. I can link that up here if you want to check it out. So there are some more things that I would personally elaborate on, but all of this is factual. I have my own thoughts on this. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks when it comes to what do all first-time home buyers need to know? It's pretty similar to the steps that it gave to buying a house. So determining your budget, getting pre-approved for a mortgage, work with a real estate agent. I love this one. Research neighborhoods. It's important to research the neighborhoods you're interested in to make sure they fit your lifestyle, budget, and needs. I could not agree with this more. This is something that I often am asking questions of my first-time home buying clients when we're doing our consultation. Like, what type of neighborhood feel are you looking for? Do you want something more rural, or do you like to wave at your neighbors when you're going out to your mailbox? Are you looking for something that has walking trails? Are you looking for something that is close to coffee shops or breweries? All of that is a great thing to consider when you're planning out where you would want to be. Additionally, they add in here, be prepared for additional costs. Ooh, that's a big one. So in addition to the cost of your home, you'll also need to budget for additional costs like property taxes, homeowners insurance, closing costs, maintenance and repair costs. I would also say things like activating your utilities typically come with costs, movers, if you want to repaint your house or buy organizers, all of this comes with costs. So it's not just about saving up the minimum amount for your down payment, but you need to save up a good cushion as well. So I think that that's an important point. Consider home inspections. We talked about that. Know your rights and responsibilities. That's a great one. And then be patient. It is very important to be patient when you're buying a house. There's no perfect way to time the market. You're not all of a sudden going to wake up one day and see a bunch of green flags and be like, this is the day that I buy a house, that I lock in the best interest rate. Buying a house is very personal. You have to reflect on your financial situation. Don't be afraid to take your time, look at properties, and find something that's going to fit your needs for the next few years, because you don't want to make an investment or feel pressured into settling for something that's not going to be perfect for you. Is Nicole Nark a good resource for real estate information? This is the moment of truth. Depending on how ChatGPT answers this question, I might give up. See, it says, as an AI language model, I do not have personal knowledge of individuals, but it's possible that Nicole Nark could be a good resource for real estate information, depending on her level of experience and expertise in the field. It's important to research any resource you're considering to make sure they have a good reputation and knowledge and expertise to provide the information that you need. This could include looking at their credentials, reviews from past clients, and any other information available about their background and experience. It's also a good idea to seek out multiple sources of information and ensure that you are getting a well-rounded view of the real estate market and any specific properties you're considering. Well, thank you, ChatGPT. So I could be a good resource for real estate information, but of course you have to do your due diligence on me and anyone else you get your real estate information from. I agree. I think that's great advice. I think that ChatGPT does know how to buy a house. However, like I mentioned, there are a few things and big steps in here that I think that they missed that just come from my practice every day working with first-time homebuyers and guiding them through the process. So make sure you don't miss out on those. I will link that video up here now. If you have any other questions about the home buying process, let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I'm Nicole Nark, Arkansas real estate broker, with videos to help you find your way home, and I'll see you in the next one.